fucking hell today, okay? Bring the juice today, brother. Let's get it.
Come on, you gonna be standing right next to me, man?
Let's go.
That's what we do now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's do our thing now. Take off, kid. Take off, kid.
Run.
Far side of the 10. Step on to the 5. Head for the end zone.
What a play. What a play.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to us failing.
Derrick Henry was on my team, so I'm going to go Texans, I guess.
Yeah, he's on Tennessee, though.
Oh.
You tried. You went for it. I appreciate it. This is Up the Gut, live.
100%. Hello and welcome to another episode of Up the Gut. I'm your host, Matthew F. Ehlers, and with me, as always, is my co-host and Bills Mafia Don, Patrick Kimmel, a.k.a. El Pollo Loco.
You ever have those times where you forget that you're the guy that presses the buttons and you forget to put Ehlers on screen for the intro? That's good times.
I have not, because I haven't had to push the buttons yet.
Well, that's coming sooner than you think.
That's true.
Welcome to Up the Gut, everybody. It's good to have you here.
Yeah.
It's another offseason week.
It's test day.
Oh, it is. It is. I forgot about that
I have to
already.
defend my fandom, and that's fine. I'm willing to do that.
Oh, that's actually pretty brave because, the Packers span a very long time. There is a lot of trivia that can be in there.
There is, and I know you here's the thing. So today we're doing a fan quiz. I'm going first. Patrick went through and looked at about 10 questions he's going to ask me, ranging from pretty easy stuff and then going on to some harder stuff. I'm confident I get at least 5 out of 10. Like, once you get to the real specific stuff, having to kind of mentally go through over 100 years of history, it's going to get a little dicey, but I'm confident I can at least get a good 5 out of 10.
So, basically, Ehlers calls me yesterday and says, hey, we don't have much going on for the show because it's still the offseason.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still the offseason.
We are about a week away from training camp starting.
So we might start getting some news. So anyway, he said, let's we won't be doing our head-to-head trivia like we want to do because, he's still in Montana because he doesn't love me. But
how dare
we can split it up in this week. So basically what he did is he gave me homework. He's like, you have 24 hours to learn everything you can about the Packers, find accurate information, and try to make it not easy, but broad enough to where I'm not asking at what time and hour did Aaron Rodgers throw his 455th pick? We're not doing that. We're trying to get – he's not a stat guy. He's not sitting there watching the stats, keeping track. He's not pro football focused because he's way better than that. So I try to get questions that range from – and it's not exactly in the easy to hard order. I always think you should start off with a pretty easy one, which is what we'll do. And then we'll work into some, basic. It's a lot of history, not so much of the now, but I'm pretty confident he should be able to get more than that. I think he could probably end up in the 7 range. But then there's some bonus stuff in there that can help him, I'm not keeping score. You can keep score at home, but if you aren't keeping score or comment down below how you think he'll do. And do you think he'll do better than me with the Buffalo Bills trivia next week? Comment down below.
I don't think I will.
I think you're going to trounce me. It just depends on how you go. The weird thing is right. You actually have the benefit now of seeing how I ask the questions to formulate how you're going to ask your questions. You may go a completely different route, maybe not, but I don't know. Like, whenever you start going down, I've learned a lot about the Packers, so I actually look forward to you doing the Bills questions because you're going to learn something about my Bills. Yeah, and I look forward to that.
But I'm ready for it. I got some sleep before the show.
Woo,
and Daddy's got his juice.
I had my ma this morning. Had my energy.
That's
Obviously,
right.
I won't take it now because I want to sleep in the next 3 days.
Speaking of Ma, like every episode is brought to you by Ma Energy.
Yes, it is. We are partnered. We're not sponsored. We are partnered. And that just means that if we can generate sales, they will compensate us. It's not much. And in fact, it's very little because the first tub is free. Just pay for shipping.
That's it. It's a 60-serving tub.
I tell you, we cannot be better spokesmen for this because we use it. Him on a daily basis, me on an almost daily basis. It has replaced energy drinks for me.
Yeah.
All I use energy drinks for now is to mix with booze. And I may start mixing mom with booze.
That could work, actually.
I just don't want to stay up all night, though. The energy drinks, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know, man. I'll admit, I love a good Jaeger bomb. I love me some Red Bull and Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't keep me up all night.
No, they don't. Like, I do Red Bulls and vodka here in the neighborhood, and they don't keep me up all night either. But I worry because Ma is more effective than Red Bull.
Yeah.
It does its job and tastes delicious.
Well.
So smooth. The link is pinned in the comments. So click on it. And if you need that jolt from your coffee, if you need that jolt from an energy drink, or you just drink soda in the morning, whatever you do, this could be better. It's definitely going to be cheaper because it just takes water from your house, a couple things of powder, and shake it up. I saw Ayler shaking it up before we started.
Yeah.
It's getting that Ma ready, and it's delicious. I've only had one flavor because there is so much. I've still been going at it.
This Macho Man Shaker Cup is not available on Ma. This is from an old drink that I tried that I didn't like nearly as much, but I love the cup. It's the Macho
it's a sweet cut. Oh yeah, that's a nice cup.
Goodness.
But yeah, so that's what we're getting into today. I look forward to the Green Bay Packers trivia. I look forward to some not so breaking offseason news. And if you happen to be in the comments, shoot us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking, what you know what you're doing. I don't care if it's archived or not. We still read them. Oh,
and if you have any questions, I'll definitely answer them.
4 spots left in the fantasy football.
That's right.
It's coming down to the wire.
It's a 10-man league. We're doing it on Yahoo because I already had an account there, so it was easier to set up.
So check down below me, email.
Yeah.
Check the email. Check
below,
email.
And below me all the socials.
Yep. Any way you want to get a hold of us, if you want to be, we got 4 slots left. It's going to be basically, I will fight you if you draft any of my Bills players. I will fight you. That's all there is to it. Everybody else is fine, and we already know Ahlers won't draft Packers players. So
I won't draft Aaron Rodgers. He's the only one that keeps getting hurt when I do.
So Aaron Rodgers is up for grabs to anybody in the NFL. I mean, in the fantasy, in the fantasy, not in the NFL, because he's a Packers player. He's a. I don't know what he's doing.
He's biding his time. He's waiting until training camp to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to hold out until the very last minute.
The reports in the new Rodgers watch are he was offered a 2-year extension to put him under contract for the next 5 years as the highest paid player in the NFL, to which he said, no thanks. I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about job security. And the problem is, as long as General Manager Brian Gutekunst is in charge, Rodgers doesn't feel like he has that. So he wants a new contract, but he also needs Gutekunst out.
I mean, with a name like that, why don't they just get rid of him? I mean, let's buy up some stake in the Packers and let's get him fired. Can we do that? Can we do that right now? Can we? Can we please?
We can't buy enough stock to have that kind of sway with just 2 of us.
Damn it. All right, well, never mind then. So that was Rodgers' watch. He got offered an extension. It wasn't enough for him. So we're still waiting.
Being the highest paid player in NFL history wasn't enough for him.
No, which I kind of like. I mean, I bet you if they would have offered him some maracas and I don't know, what do people use to put ponytails up and some hemp sandals, he probably would have agreed. The hippie. I stand by it.
Honestly, if he was a hippie, he would have already taken the deal because hippies are about peace and love, and Rodgers ain't about that right now at the Packers.
He is. He just doesn't feel loved. He doesn't feel at peace, so he doesn't go back to the Packers.
He doesn't feel any love for the GM right now. That's for sure.
That's true. But it's probably because he cut down a tree once or did something that he didn't like to the planet.
No, it's because he kept cutting his favorite receivers and not telling them.
He's a player. He has no say.
He doesn't, but
Yeah, that
can
was
be
actually
injured.
pretty rude. You take care of your guy.
You take care of the MVP, that's for sure.
I mean, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
the Buffalo Bills did not re-sign John Brown, and that was Josh Allen's guy.
Yeah. But I do appreciate Josh Allen because they're trying to rework his contract, and he wants a team-friendly contract. He wants to
No,
make
I
sure
like it.
He wants to make sure there's enough money spread around to have talent all around him.
Do you think that the Patrick Mahomes is a team-friendly contract?
I think it is the way they engineered it.
Okay, because I do too.
Because it's not like $500 million over 4 years. It's $500 million, but over a decade.
Over a decade, and the way everything increases, he will eventually be one of the lowest paid quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if he stays with it and doesn't like need a raise or whatever he does, if he sticks with the contract, that's good for the team. But then the NFLPA can't complain about it. And I think Josh Allen should probably do something along that same line. But we'll see. I like that he's about winning. He's not a selfish guy. That's what I've always liked about Josh Allen. He's just that being from California, he's a country boy. He's starting up farms like cantaloupe farms with his dad or something. Actually, it was some sort of a tree fruit, I think. But anyway.
Nice.
He's a good dude.
All right. Yep, that was Rodgers watching. Now, let's get into this week's not-so-breaking off-season news.
Yep.
Not-so-breaking off-season news.
I think the biggest story this week would be Jets assistant coach, I knew his first name, Greg Knapp, in a critical care after a bike accident.
Now, is it Knapp or is it Knapp?
I think it's Knapp. I think the K is silent, like knife.
It's Knapp. Anyway.
Is it Knapp?
No,
Okay.
It's not. I was just trying to get the right spelling. And so I wasn't saying literally it's Knapp, but is it Knapp with a K?
Yes, it's Knapp. Yeah, it's Knapp. Yeah. Jets assistant coach Greg Knapp in a bike accident. And I figured there had to have been a car involved because I've wrecked my bike a few times when I was a kid pedaling, and I never got hurt that bad. But yes, he was hit by a vehicle while riding his bike around in California.
I don't want to make jokes at it because it's a very serious thing, and we hope the best for him. But this is why adults shouldn't ride bikes.
There's nothing wrong with an adult riding a bike.
There's a lot wrong with an adult, especially if you're wearing biker shorts. I assume he was.
And the weird
But it's
thing
okay.
he was hitting broad daylight. It wasn't like nighttime. He didn't see him. This was at 3 p.m.
Well, it is California. Well, man, I hope he's all right. That's no good. So from up the gut, we hope you heal up well and you get through it, and then you help the Jets have a horrible year.
That's right. You can't like the Jets. I get it.
No one, not even Jets fans like the Jets.
But I mean, you can't like the Jets because they're in your division.
That's true.
But yeah,
Well, why would I, even if I could?
That's no fun to be riding your bike and all of a sudden just plowed into unconsciousness by a motor vehicle who thought they were better than you.
Yeah, that's no good. They probably had my same views on adults on bikes. Just don't want to hit people. It's not what you do.
Another news.
Go ahead.
Kansas City Chiefs signed Alex Okafor to a 1-year deal.
Yep. Maintain him for another year.
Yep.
Was he drafted by the Browns? I feel like he was drafted by the Browns or the Vikings, but I think it's the Browns. Whoever he was. You know what? I would try to stay on the Chiefs too. They're a good team.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too. I mean, the Chiefs are so good right now. If you can play for a team that's consistently going to the championship year after year, why wouldn't you stay there?
I don't know. This is so good.
Let's see. He was drafted by the Cardinals.
Really? Yeah, that's right. I must be thinking of Barcavius Mingo.
Yeah.
Weird names.
He is drafted by the Browns.
All right. Well, congratulations. But there is a player, before you go farther, I don't know if you remember or not, that hit his Achilles and is out for the year. What's his name? The running back for the who was it? The Rams running back?
Oh yes, Cam Akers. Cam Akers is out for the season.
Is it Cam?
He injured his Achilles? Yes.
Or is it Austin?
No,
I
it's
forget.
Akers.
Akers, whoever it is. But yeah, he's out. And I did see something that kind of bothered me for a little bit. Someone said when an NFL player gets injured, you should think about his health and safety, not your fantasy league, which I agree. We want him to be healthy. We don't want him to be injured. But at the same time, these people are fantasy players. If it kills your fantasy league, you're going to be upset about it. It doesn't mean that you're diminishing how hurt he is or that you want him not to be hurt.
Yeah, you can feel both.
The person clearly comes first. But you can also say, oh, man, there goes my fantasy league. But that's why you should join up the Gut Fantasy League because we haven't drafted yet, and we just saved you. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if for some reason you draft Cam Akers, I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
Nah, we warned you right now. So if you want to join the fantasy league, boom, it's below me. Email. Do it. Other offseason news, sorry.
Other offseason news. Oh, no, I'm blanking on his name now. Melvin Ingram.
Yep.
Melvin Ingram is now a Pittsburgh Steeler.
That's unfortunate. Because I like him.
So. Well, I don't know.
He's going to be a good rotational player on a good team. He's getting up there in years. He's getting a little older.
Yeah.
So, no, but good for him getting signed.
He plays at a high level. He's going to help the Steelers.
Oh, he's definitely going to help the Steelers. Definitely going to help. And Big Ben's skinny now.
Yeah, he slimmed down a lot this offseason because he's trying to prove to people that he's still got it. You know, a lot of people thought maybe he'd retire after last season, but he's going in the complete opposite direction, and he's going to try to shock the world.
Here's a different question for you then. Will he be as durable, skinny Roethlisberger?
I think so because I think he will be because he'll get hit less because he'll actually be able to move around the pocket and make some people miss.
We'll see.
If you get hit less often, you're less likely to get injured. Now, granted,
I think he'll probably be hit.
I mean, if he takes out one good shot, he has less shock absorption now.
Yeah, but at the same time, didn't his offensive line take a pretty big hit? Then they lose Pouncey retired. They lost somebody else to somebody else.
Yeah,
I don't know their offensive line too well, but they did lose some pretty key pieces in that line.
Yeah, and whoever is stepping up next will hopefully be able to do a good job to keep the quarterback healthy. That's your number one priority. Because if Big Ben gets hurt, the Steelers are going to be in trouble again.
Well, he's as old as he's been. He's as small as he's been. And he has the worst offensive line as he's had in a while, if any of those words make sense. So I do worry for him.
I think that's why he's slimming down. I think he knows he's going to have to actually move around some this season.
Well, good luck to him. I want to see first week. I want to see what this new revamped Buffalo Bills defense does to him, though. I'd hate for him to get hurt, though. We don't want that. And I'm not going to draft him, so it won't hurt my fantasy league. Anyway, anything else?
Yep, the 49ers just signed linebacker Fred Warner to a 5-year deal worth $95 million.
You know,
I make him the highest paid inside linebacker in the NFL.
You know, I don't know much about Fred Warner, but I would look him up at some point, and apparently he's really damn good.
When they have all the starters, that whole Niners defense is really good.
But I think they're going to take a step back because they lost Salah. I think he was a big part of it.
It could. I mean, his defensive scheming and stuff could have been a big part of it, but I think if they even get just a good defensive coordinator, not even a great one, just a good one, the players on their defense are so athletic and their football IQ is so high, I think they'll be fine. If they stay healthy, they're going to be scary on defense.
Oh, I mean, and I hate it because I do like the 49ers, but I think I picked them to finish last in the toughest division in NFL, which I think I agree with somebody on that. I've seen that a couple of times. But, man, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be hiccups that we don't expect. I don't expect it to be injuries. I don't know.
I mean, every year you can't – there are going to be some, like, variables that you just can't predict for. Sometimes you can have the perfect squad and things just go wrong.
Oh, it's true. And when you play in that division, too, it's not going to be easy. Wasn't D'Amico Ryans? He was a linebacker. for the 49ers. Apparently, he's the new defensive coordinator. It's DeMeco Ryan.
Oh, nice. And
So-
also, the NFL has released their because we have the Summer Olympics happening, so the NFL has released their wide receiver podium, the gold, silver, and bronze medalists for that position. Can you guess who the top three are? Can you guess who the gold medal was?
I think they'll probably give the gold medal to Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Is this just wide receivers?
just wide receivers.
DeAndre
DeAndre
Hopkins, silver, and Stephon Diggs, bronze.
DeAndre Hopkins is silver, and Tyreek Hill is bronze.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid. Pardon my language, they're flipping stupid. That's horrible. Stephon Diggs was the best receiver last year.
Stephon Diggs came in at fourth.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. Tyreek is not better than Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs should have been. You know what? If you wanted to make the argument, you can flip flop 1 and 2. DeAndre Hopkins is third. Stephon Diggs is 1 or 2, and Devontae Adams is 1 or 2. And you know what? Diggs is going to prove it, but I don't mind. It's stupid. They're wrong, but I kind of like people underestimating the Bills because that means we just get to keep proving them wrong time and time and time and time again. Keep sleeping on us. And again, that goes to the bias against the Bills I've been telling you about for years.
Yeah.
Goes right there. The most receptions, the most yards, and he can't even get top 3. And it's not like he was bad in Minnesota either.
No. He's never been bad. Stephon Diggs has never been bad.
No, but if he was in Minnesota, he'd be number 1 on that list. But he's in Buffalo, so they knock him down to 4. 4? But I was close. I was going to say Tyreek Hill, but I'm like, no, they like DeAndre Hopkins more than they like Tyreek Hill. And surely they can't disrespect Stephon Diggs that much. Just that's my naivety right there. My naivety? Heard it both ways.
Yeah. And then the last and kind of least, Jerry Jones, owner, CEO, manager, taskmaster of the Cowboys, is quoted as saying he would do anything to get the Cowboys back into a Super Bowl. I'm just excited to see how far.
I don't think he would. If someone said, all you have to do is take your hands off the team and let us do it, he'd say, never mind. I won't do anything. Sorry.
I'm just willing to see how far the line actually goes for would do anything for Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I know. I just put I know we're one stoppage there. But anyway, that's not the only thing, though. You forgot the most important story of this offseason. It has been, I don't even know how you couldn't even remember this. Like, it is such a big deal. Somebody stole Young Hong Koo's vehicle, and it had his cleats in it.
Yeah, Young Wei Koo had his car and everything inside is stolen, and all he wants is the cleats back.
No, he said, listen, I don't care. Just bring me the cleats. I got to go kick balls.
You can keep the car. I'm the best kicker in the NFL. I'll buy a new car, but give me my cleats back.
He has insurance. But you know what? That insurance isn't going to get them cleats back. He can Uber somewhere if he has to. He ain't Ubering no cleats.
No.
And when it comes to kicking, too, shoes are pretty important.
Absolutely. You need your special
shoes or no shoes.
And if I was the best kicker in the NFL last year, I would want to use the same one.
Oh, definitely. Solid kicker. Get that maul.
Yeah. I hope he gets everything back, but if he can't, I hope he at least gets his shoes back like he wants.
Hey, if you stole his shoes, give them back.
Yeah, who are you to steal a kicker's cleats? You're not a kicker.
I mean, what are you doing going around stealing cleats? What kind of savage are you?
First of all, you're doing going around stealing cars. That's a dick move.
I mean, that is a dick move. But you're stealing cleats. Come on,
man.
You
are Nicolas Cage? Now, who do you think you are, Nicolas Cage in the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds? You ain't Nick Cage.
No, you're definitely no Nick Cage. You ain't doing it.
That's right.
That was from the movie. You see that? References. Oh, my family's gone. I don't get food. I drank on an empty stomach. Deal with it.
Not so breaking off-season news.
Son of a gun. I broke the chair.
Patrick is alone and going insane.
Not going insane. Just, I don't like cooking. So if you're in the area and you want to cook me dinner, feel free.
Don't.
Might be a little too late for that, though.
Yeah.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. I don't care what they all say. That's right. I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we all play. Yeah. I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man.
That's right.
Still stand by. I could listen to that song. I can listen to that
Ryan
song.
Fitzpatrick. Now, here's the thing. Are there better quarterbacks in the league? Sure.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron Rodgers, maybe
depends on your definition, though. Depends on your definition.
Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the most economically sound throwers of the football. Makes good decisions. Tom Brady's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Patrick Mahomes has all the tools to be the greatest to ever play if he keeps tracking the way he's tracking. Can any of them make a throw while getting their head torn off like that? I don't think so.
Hashtag Fitz Pro Bowl.
That's right. Get
And
that man the
we're
Pro
not
Bowl.
discriminatory against other Fitzes. We're okay with
That's right.
it. Any Fitzes in the Pro Bowl, we're fine with.
Minka Fitzpatrick, Larry Fitzgerald, all the Fitzes. Hashtag Fitz Pro Bowl.
That's all it is. And just remember that. Use it. I just used it. It was kind of funny. The Washington football team did a tweet. It said, "What's your favorite play in team history?" And I say we because it's a joint account for Up the Gut. But we commented, every play that Ryan Fitzpatrick does this year, hashtag Fitz Pro Bowl. Because that's how we roll.
I still think you just need to get a collection of all of his jerseys, all the Fitzpatrick jerseys.
You know, maybe if we ever make money on the show, we can do all his jerseys and make like a quilt and hang it in the background.
Heck yeah.
And then when I'm cold, I could use it. It'll keep me warm, not only with the coverings of the jersey quilt, but also with the feelings, the Ryan Fitzpatrick feelings.
It'll keep you as warm as his amazing beard keeps his face warm.
Yes. And if any of you know Ryan Fitzpatrick personally, let him know. We're thinking of him. He needs to come on the show. And big things are happening on Up the Gut. Big things are happening.
Big things.
We have purchased a 4K camera.
Oh, it's going to be gorgeous.
And a wireless mic. We are probably going to hit up some tailgates. And if Matt gets here, which I mean, possibly even Chiefs training camp. We'll do some interviews. Man, we need to do that. Chiefs training camp. The training camp's it's in St. Joe. It's 45 minutes away, an hour away.
Yep.
So we need to go hit that up with our 4K camera and wireless mic.
We're this close to being professional.
I mean, we could pretend, right? Fake it till you make it.
That's right. Fake it till you make it.
Well, you know, I felt really bad because I was going to try to whip up a video for an intro because that's my thing. I like the intro videos. It helps you differentiate the segments.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I've loaned my other laptop with my editing software to my wife. I was unable to edit a video, so we just have to go right into this segment. Let's see if I can do
That's fine. You never get an intro video for your test when you're in school, so you just gotta get ready to go. So, all right,
Welcome,
here it is. The
everybody in the audience
quiz.
watching Up the Gut live, archived. Now is the time to test our knowledge. Specifically this week, Matt's knowledge with the Green Bay Packers, their history, their statistics, the team in general. What does he know? How will he do? Now is your last chance. Get in them comments. Say how he'll do because the questions are coming. They're coming fast. 10-1 with some bonus at the end for fun. Here we are with Green Bay Packers trivia. Matt, are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Like I said, I tried to start this off with one that even I knew ahead of time because it's a nice piece of. Damn it. Okay. Number 9. No, I'm just kidding. It's a neat piece of trivia to know, but it's been one that's been spread so much that everybody knows it. So, Matt, at number 10, who was Brett Favre's first NFL completion to?
Himself.
Yes.
That's
In
right.
1992, September 13th, 1992, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a pass was deflected.
Because he was drafted by the Falcons.
Aw. He's playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and yes, that was the bonus. He was drafted by the Falcons. Way to get ahead of the... But anyway, it was deflected back for a 7-yard loss, but his very first completion was to himself. It's a really neat piece of history. But yes, there you go. 1 for 1.
9.
All right. I'm not going to ask for an exact date, and this one has a little bit of wiggle room for you. But when were the Green Bay Packers founded?
1919.
Yes, they were. August 11th, 1919. Do you know when they joined the American Professional Football Association? The prior NFL? 1921, August 27th. Now, this is what I was trying to find, and the reason I didn't ask this is because, the team was originally founded by Curly Lambeau and George Whitney Calhoun. Lambeau was working for the Indian Packing Company.
Yep.
And they sponsored the team. So I have heard that they were called the Green Bay Indians, but they were also called the Acme Packers of Green Bay, because the Acme Packing Corporation bought the Indian Packing. But I can't officially find out if they were ever actually the Green Bay Indians. I can't find if that was ever official.
I've never seen that as a thing, so I'm going to guess that was either a rumor or was a really, really, really short-term thing.
My wife's mean. She wants you to put out exact dates.
I'm sorry, Jennifer Kimmel, possibly relation to Patrick Kimmel, who is the co-host of this show.
Maybe.
Do you have a thing that you like with over 100 years of history that you can give me exact dates for?
Exactly. And not to mention that she left her husband alone at home and hungry to drink on empty stomachs. Who would ever thunk it?
That's okay, because I'm here.
Yes, you are. All right, moving on.
2 for 2.
You are 2 for 2. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. So, number 8, prior to Aaron Rodgers throwing for 4,643 yards in the 2011 season, who held the record for the most passing yards in a season?
I want to say it was actually Bart Starr. Because Favre sounds like the easy answer, but I don't think Brett Favre actually ever had that.
It's not an easy answer. This is one I thought might get you because I did not know this. And it's actually pretty surprising. I will tell you. I will help you.
Yeah.
It happened in the 1983 season.
Oh, my goodness.
Who would have thought that the passing record would have been in 1983?
In the 80s.
Yeah. So it's a very tough one because
it's kind
of the dark time of, Packers quarterback.
83. Was it Don Majkowski?
No, sorry.
No, he might not be on the team yet. I don't know.
It was Lynn Dickey.
Oh, man.
Lynn Dickey threw for 4,458 yards in 1983.
That's insanity.
I know. I couldn't believe it.
They still went like 4-12.
No, that was the 1 year they made the playoffs. The year before that was the strike. And then that year they went to the playoffs, and then I don't think that he did anything after that.
Oh, no.
I knew that one would be a tough one because who the hell is Lynn Dickey? All right. Number 7.
7.
I was nice enough to get you back on track. Everyone knows the Green Bay Packers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl I. Who did Green Bay defeat in Super Bowl II?
The Raiders.
It was the Raiders. The Packers won 33-14. Now, bonus. Who was the MVP of that game?
Oh, I have his name. He was a receiver. Oh, it wasn't the receiver.
It was the same MVP as Super Bowl I. It's the easy answer. Go with it.
Oh, Bart Starr.
Yep.
Okay, because they had a receiver. I think it was Don something. I thought he got one of those two.
Don Hudson?
Yeah.
He may have been the championships prior to the Super Bowls. I think he would have been those eras. Again, not the Packers guy, but I've been reading names.
Not Don Hudson. I'll look up his name later because I don't want people to think I'm cheating on the test.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on. Hey, 3 for 4. 3 for 4.
Real quick in the chat. Not Bo Jackson. M. Kimmel.
Hey, Dickie. Anyway. So where are we at? We're at 6. Okay. Now this one might be tough because this one caught me off guard. How many NFL teams was Vince Lombardi head coach for, and how many losing seasons did he have as a coach?
Head coach? I think only head coach for 2, Green Bay and Washington.
Oh, that's good. That's correct.
And
how many losing seasons did he have as a coach?
I want to say 2. Because I think he had his first season in Green Bay, I believe, was a losing season. And I want to say his last season in Washington was.
Oh, that's a good guess. But Lombardi coached for the Green Bay Packers from 1959 to 1967 and the Redskins in 69.
Yep.
Where he was also general manager of the Redskins.
Yep.
His record as a coach was 105, 35, and 6 with a .750 winning percentage, and he never had a losing season. 0.
Not one.
Not a 1.
I could have sworn his first one it was a losing season.
No, that caught me off guard. That's why I wanted to put it in here. We're counting that one because you got the 2 teams, which was I had no idea. I thought Lombardi was just a Packers guy to the end. It's nice to get that extra little bit of information.
Yeah, Washington talked him out of retirement for like a year or 2.
Just one year.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on.
5.
All right, this is one of them that has a little bit of wiggle room, and I will give you bonus points, which I think you're 4 or 5 anyway. It's not like you need it. But I will give you some bonus points if you can actually give a little bit of history. But when did Lambeau Field become the Packers' home stadium? And just looking for the year. I don't need the.
Oh. Right.
I don't need the date, like September 3rd.
Was it 1959?
Nope.
1959? No. I'm not sure the exact year Lambeau became the place.
Okay, so do you know what the original home field was for the Packers?
I don't.
Okay, so it started out as Egmeister Park, which they were at for 2 years. It didn't even have bleachers.
Yeah.
Then they went to Bellevue Park for 2 years. Then they went to City Stadium.
City Stadium.
Which was eventually named Lambeau Field in 1965, but they went to New City Stadium in 1957, which is Lambeau Field. So I would have accepted 1957 or 1965.
Yeah.
Either one.
I do remember City Stadium now.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I just kind of figured Lambeau was always the place. But here I am learning things about
no, Lambeau's not quite that old. Lambeau's not 100 years old yet.
Like I would know. It's just always been, I mean, I'm not 100 years old. It's just always been Lambeau.
That's true.
Now, I threw this one in here, and I probably shouldn't have, but it was just such a weird bit of information I had to. So let's.
4.
All right.
What is the name of the serial killer drafted by the Packers in 1974?
What? They got a serial killer? I mean, that makes sense. Wisconsin's home to a lot of them.
Yes.
The only Wisconsin serial killer I know is Ed Gein. I know damn well he didn't play football.
No. Again, this one was a pretty obscure one, but it just like how many teams draft a serial killer?
Yeah.
I mean, other than the Patriots. Sorry. It's Randy Woodfield was drafted in the 17th round of the 1974 draft, and I also would have accepted his killer moniker of the I-5 killer.
I've never heard of the I-5 killer.
Yeah, apparently he was only ever actually charged with one murder, but was linked to 18, but they think he killed over 44 people.
Holy crap.
And it was a lot of children, is my understanding. Pretty bad dude. But on another bit of information, same draft, the Packers drafted Dave Wanstead.
Yep.
Who was a head coach. He was the Bills' defensive coordinator, I think, for a little bit. And, so one guy went to prison for murdering people. The other one had a pretty good coaching career.
See, and that just proves how bad it was to play for the Packers in the 70s.
They weren't always good people.
That's right.
I mean, basically, they were always good. But, they weren't always good. They had like a year down during a strike.
It was like 2.5 decades.
You had Lombardi, who never had a losing. In 100 years, it's like 10% was losing. Come on now. Stop it.
Well, 25%.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
3.
I don't know where you're at. I think you're what?
I got 4.
4 for 6. Well, let's get you back on track. Let's get you your 5. The Packers won the Super Bowl in 1996, defeating the New England Patriots 35-21.
Yeah.
Who was the MVP of that Super Bowl?
Oh, kick returner. Heisman Trophy winner. Went to Michigan. Wait, no, not Michigan. That's Charles Woodson.
Did he not? Was he in like in Ohio or? He was in Michigan.
Maybe he also,
Michigan.
Maybe he also went to Michigan. Oh, why am
I think he might have.
I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you would just be like, boom, because I was like,
it's
boom.
right there. He did College Game Day with Kirk Herbstreit for. I think he's still doing it actually. Oh God, dang it! Andre Rison.
Drawing a blank.
Not Freeman.
Comment if you know the answer.
Why am I blanking on his name? I know him.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah.
His name's Patrick. First initial D.
Desmond Howard.
There you go.
Oh, it was right there.
I knew it was. I didn't want to give you too much help. But yeah, that 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, which at the time was a record.
Yep.
But I think Jacoby Jones actually beat it with a 108-yard return later. Yes. I don't know if they count that or not, because some places had Jacoby, some places still had Desmond. The internet's a weird place. All right, well, there you go. You got 5.
And Jacoby Jones should have been the MVP of that Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Joe Flacco. His helmet's right there, signed.
I know who it was. I'm just saying who it should have been.
Yeah, I don't deny that. He was pretty amazing. All right, well, this next one I think is actually pretty easy too. So this should be your number 6.
2.
Which teams were in the Ice Bowl?
Green Bay and Dallas.
All right. Green Bay defeated the Dallas Cowboys 21-17. Bonus. When was the Ice Bowl?
Oh,
the dates are tough ones, guys. Yeah. Dates are really tough. How about this? Do you know what the temperature was?
Oh, Jesus. It was, I think it's below -30.
No, it wasn't quite there.
Not quite.
It was December 31st, 1967. And the temp was 13 below 0.
That was the game to go to the Pro Bowl. Not the Pro Bowl, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, which then that went to Super Bowl II, and they beat the Raiders.
Yes.
Do you know what the deciding play was? What that sealed the game?
Yes, that was Bart Starr going up the gut.
It was Bart Starr going up the gut. Look at that. It's a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, that he called.
Yeah, it seemed like
Lombardi didn't call it. Lombardi didn't call that play. Lombardi said, "Do what you want. Let's get the hell out of here."
Okay, well, I have a bonus in right here. Before we get to number 1, throw in your comments. He is now 6 out of 9, which is great. Yeah. Very obscure questions. I mean,
6 of them.
There's some pretty obscure. So, bonus question: who is the number 1 Packers fan on Up the Gut?
Me.
And why did he become a Packers fan?
Here's why: because he was 11 years old. He was tired of liking the same team his mom did at the time, because she grew up a Raiders fan, and so I piggybacked onto that. And she was like, "You need to find your own team." And then I just saw this team that wore green. And I was like, "Yeah, those guys."
That is my story. Will be better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. My story is very simple. They had the all green uniform, and I was like, "That's awesome. I like it." And so that's just who I attached to.
And that wasn't there a dude out of like Scotland that watched the show one night, and he was a Jets fan for the exact same reason?
Yep.
It's weird with football, but you were how old?
11.
11. So that was what, 27 years ago? 26 years ago? I don't know how old you are exactly. Yeah. So it's right around there.
I'll be 38 this year.
Yeah. Okay. 27 years ago.
Yeah. It was 1994. So it was like right at the beginning, just at the beginning of Brett Favre becoming what he was.
And that, yeah, because he was what, 92 drafted? So
he's 92 drafted, so he got to Green Bay in 94. So he hadn't even like his legend.
He was the Magic Mikowski fan at the time, boys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's just weird what football does, but it was 27 years of fandom off of I'm 11 and I like those uniforms.
Yeah.
And of course, if you hear my story, if he asks the same question, which I assume he will, because now it's like embedded in here before number one. But if he does, then I'll tell my story, which is even weirder. So let's go on to number one and see how he does. Will he be 7 for 10 like someone predicted?
1.
Which Packers quarterback eventually became a Packers head coach?
Bart Starr.
It was Bart Starr. See, I didn't know that. I thought that was amazing.
Yep.
Not a very good head coach.
No. A much better quarterback.
But Bart Starr was the Packers head coach from 75 through 83. So he was there for that amazing offense led by Dickey.
Dickey.
But he had a record of 52, 76, and 3. Now, just on a different note, you could almost have gone with Curly Lambeau, but he was a halfback on the team. But he did have 24 passing touchdowns.
He said Lamar Jackson.
I know. So
I'm sorry, Lamar.
Yeah, that wasn't me. It wasn't me. All right. Bonus question. How many times did Bart Starr pass for over 2,500 yards in the season?
Ooh. He played for Lombardi. Lombardi was a run-first coach, and they had shorter seasons. I'm going to guess 4.
0.
Never.
But it's because he had amazing running backs. Don Hudson, Jim Taylor.
Running backs, amazing offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah, they were definitely a run-first squad back in the Lombardi days.
Which it actually surprised me because whenever you hear of legendary quarterbacks in Green Bay history, and that being a quarterback doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw 5,000 yards, but it helps. Yeah. And so when you hear about Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Lynn Dickey, Bart Starr, you just expect that Bart Starr, put up some numbers there, but he never exceeded 2,500 yards in a season. That's pretty impressive. All right. Well, this is one I actually glad I asked you beforehand just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing. But who holds the team record for most rushing yards?
Green.
Yeah, I had that run wrong because the internet. And then again, I asked you this one, but we're going to give the knowledge to the people. Aaron Rodgers broke the record for highest single-season passer rating in 2011. Whose record did he beat, and what was the passer rating?
He beat Peyton Manning.
Yep.
And Peyton Manning's was
121.1. And Rodgers had a passer rating. This was his 2011 season, which is when he broke the single-season passing record and put Lynn Dickey out of history. And his passer rating was 122.5. All right, now this one I wanted to put in there.
That's such a great year until
was that San Francisco? I feel like it was San Francisco.
No, that was
2011. Where was I?
That was the Giants. We lost to the Giants.
That was when the Giants did their legendary run.
Yeah.
Was that the perfect season year? The Patriots' perfect season year?
I believe so.
That's too bad because I remember I'm like, there ain't no way the Giants are going to go into Green Bay and win this one.
Here's another fun fact about that. Aaron Rodgers has the top 2 single-season passer rating numbers. He's beaten Peyton Manning twice.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy. We know this. But there is one more question, and I left it out of the official questions.
Okay.
Because it was a little bit selfish of me to put it in here. But who was the first Packer player from the post-Lombardi era to be named to the Hall of Fame?
Ooh. First one from the post-Lombardi era.
Yep. No Lynn Dickey.
No, not Lynn Dickey. I'm pretty sure that was his only good season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. We're not knocking Lynn Dickey. He threw for over 4,000 yards in 83. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's probably 14-game season, wasn't it?
No, I think it was 16 by the 80s.
Was it?
I'll have to double check. I'm not sure
when. I wasn't born yet when he did that.
I was just born when that happened. 83.
All right. Yeah. All right. You want me to give it to you as a wide receiver who probably did some of his best work for a different team?
It's not Sterling Sharp because he got hurt. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who.
James Lofton.
Oh!
Who went to 3 straight Super Bowls with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I love James Lofton, though. He's a great dude. But I didn't feel like that needed to be in there. So, Matt, you went 7 for 10.
Woo! A solid C-. I'll take it.
That is, 70%. You got some bonus. What did she retract? Oh, she retracted the ABC. I don't get that. But that's weird. Anyway, you did really good. I tried to get some pretty Packer fan specific questions, but leave it not too specific. But you did really good. You got some stuff that I had no clue about, but I shouldn't have a clue about.
Now here's a quick one for you, though. It's like I said, Aaron Rodgers has the top 2 spots for passer rating in his season. He first broke the record in the 2011 with the 122.5. When was the second time he broke that record?
Oh, my gosh. 2014.
No, this last season.
Was it the last season?
Yeah.
I guess it was an MVP season. So
he had 121.5 last season.
And so he just barely, by 0.4, beat Peyton Manning's. It's still impressive.
So if you look at the top 3, yeah. And then who's right behind Peyton Manning in the 4th spot at 119.2?
I want to say Drew Brees.
No, Nick Foles from 2013.
Yeah, that was a weird season for him. That was the one where he tied the record for most touchdowns in a game with 7.
I believe so.
I mean, It has to be.
2013 Nick Foles. I had no idea with that one. That's crazy. And then to round out the top 5.
Just tell me.
Ryan Tannehill from 2019.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, moving to the Titans was the best thing for Ryan Tannehill.
He needed it. He wasn't treated very well in Miami. I remember. It wasn't he was bad. He was just fresh because remember he was a wide receiver in college.
The team was not good when he was with them.
That's true too.
The whole franchise was just.
But he made efforts. Like he tried. I've never been anti Ryan Tannehill, but I'd much rather cheer for him as a good quarterback in Tennessee than I would in Miami. Yeah. I prefer that they keep messing up and having Tuas and whatnot.
Yeah, I got 7 out of 10. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it.
I'm very impressed. Like that, I don't know. Maybe they were. Comment below if you think those were easy questions, because I don't think they were.
No, and now I have a whole week to try to think of the 10.
Yeah, he doesn't have 24 hours.
Yeah, and I don't have 100 years worth of history to go through.
No,
I only got about 60.
60, 80, 60, 60.
Yeah, because when were the Buffalo
60, yeah, 61 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 61 years. But there's a lot of history in there. I mean,
there is.
Ralph Wilson and his AFL days, he was one of the big reasons that there was the merger to begin with. Not to mention there would be no Oakland Raiders if it wasn't for Ralph Wilson.
Yeah.
And so, I have a feeling I won't be as good as you. but I don't know why. Like, I know some Bill stuff, but it seems like most of the Bill stuff I know is vague. But I guess we'll find out next week. So, hello, Internet. Welcome to watching me fail next week.
No, you're not going to fail.
I'm going to guess 50%. I'm going to fail. 50% is failed.
I'll say 60.
Well,
I don't know if
failing.
I don't know how I'm going to do any kind of bonus stuff, but I feel 60. I think I'm going to find a couple harder things. I already got one in my head.
And like I told Matt, he said, well, you have a week to get ready. And I said, no, I'm not going to look up any Bill stuff. I'm not going to do any of that because I want to know what I know.
He's promising to do no research this week.
Zero research.
And why is he doing research? Because he has zero miedo. That means no fear in Spanish. I learned that from AEW.
Good for you. Get after it. Yeah, I want to know what I know. And the problem is there's this period in the early 90s where I was a child, but I loved the Bills. The Jim Kelly, the Thurman Thomas, the Bruce Smith, Darryl Talley. Love that era. But then there's some players in there, like I think Hansen might have been a tight end at the time, like some weird offshoot players. But then there was a time whenever I graduated until like 2008 where I didn't watch football for like 6 to 10 years.
Look at the comments.
Son of a bitch.
No liar.
Zero research. And I'm not a known liar.
Thanks for the heads up, M. Kimmel.
Don't listen to him. I don't know who he is, but he's clearly not trustworthy. He wouldn't even drive to Montana to pick up Ahlers with me. Just saying. But yeah, so no research, but there's a pretty big gap in there where I don't know. And man, the on-the-spot questions are going to be tough, trying to remember certain players. I mean, come on, who's going to remember Kelly Holcomb?
That name actually rings a bell, but I'm not drawing up what exactly he did.
He was a quarterback. He was the Bills quarterback. He was, I think, a ray of shining light whenever we had Lossman. I believe that's why I remember his name, because they benched Lossman and Holcomb come in, and I'm like, oh my God.
They benched JP Lossman?
Yeah, that powerhouse motherfucker. Don't say it. No!
Locomotive's offense?
I hate you. I never should have told you that, ever. I just got shorter. Hold on. Never should have told you that. All right. How negative are you today?
I'm not negative at all. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
You son of a gun.
I am a little upset, though, that I blanked on Desmond Howard the way I did. I feel bad about that.
I expect the same leniency whenever I have questions.
Because clearly I knew the answer. I knew he won a Heisman. I knew he was the kick returner. I just couldn't think of his name.
I know.
Actually, real quick, I'm going to do some crack research. I'm going to see if he actually went to Michigan, if I got that right.
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Like, that seems right. I mean, he's the Heisman post, right? Like, he's a...
Yeah, he hit it after the kick return.
Yeah, he did.
And he did go to Michigan.
Yeah, see? Don't doubt yourself. Yeah. I thought that was right.
I knew who it was. Just for some reason, his name was just escaping me.
All right. Well, if you're watching, throw down a like. If you're watching, throw down a comment about how Matt did. But right now, we're going to what, Matt? The most
negative section of this show.
Flippin'. Dadgummit!
Who are you mad at this week, Patrick? Who hurt you?
I don't know if you really want me to do this. I mean, I don't want me to do this, but I have to do this. And it's not the first time I've had to do this. Bill's Mafia.
You're mad at Bill's Mafia? Why?
And I will preface this by saying it's probably not actually the Mafia. Oh no, my chair's even more broken. It's going down right now. I'm sinking.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you better hurry up and get your flip and flip out then before you.
Oh no. Anyway, I'm too short now. I can't see my camera. Bill's Mafia. Stop being you. And it's not the Mafia. It's the other fans. It's the sideways fans. It's the fans that want to put bullshit before the team. And the team doesn't trump everything, but at the same time, you're a fan of the team. not of each individual player and their views. Again, Cole Beasley had something to say about vaccines, and people just like want to wish him death, injury, be hateful, say stupid. No, him and I rarely have agreed on issues. But the one thing I can respect about him is he puts thought into it. He doesn't do what people tell him to do. He actually thinks about what he's doing. So, Bills Mafia, or at least the sub layer of Bills Mafia down here that are assholes on Twitter, you know what? Flippin', dadgummit!
Yeah, why would you hate someone for having an opinion?
Yeah, it's not hurting you. And when it comes down to it, he has a really great point.
And he's
I'm not going to tell you his point. If you want to know his point, go on his Twitter. He's well thought out. He puts it out there. He's not shy about it. You know, he's a good dude. He just wants to play football.
And make some part rap album.
I like his rap music.
I know you do, but
sometimes I'm in my feelings.
I really don't.
It's because you don't. Because you listen to. I don't even know what you're listening to. Whenever I popped you up on screen earlier, this is before the show went air.
My anime rap.
It was not as good as Cole Beasley. And you agree with that?
No, the button agrees with it.
You shouldn't have given me that.
Tell you what, though, one of these days we'll just make a video where we just put the songs back to back and stack them up and see how people vote one way or the other.
Well, you can find Cole Beasley music. Go find his anime rap.
All you gotta do is go on YouTube. They're all over. It's like a whole genre.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's weird.
Look up artists. I'll look up artists like Daddy Fat Snaps, Peso Pete. I like Peso Pete. Oh, he's so good.
Let's do some quick business. We haven't done business in a while.
Outside of
anybody watching, archived, whatever. When we hit 200 subscribers, which we're only 28 away, it's not that far.
That sounds.
If we hit 200 subscribers, I will send somebody a bottle of Pacific Island soy sauce.
Ooh, free soy sauce. And free good soy sauce.
The best soy sauce. And if you don't know about it and you don't want to wait for us to get 200 subscribers, because let's be honest, that could be a while. Just saying. Even though we do have a 4K camera that we will be using, and football season's coming. We just had a show. We've been having this show in mostly off-season time. We've had more off-season shows than we had season shows.
Yeah.
And we're still here, and we're still doing it. Could you imagine?
Yeah, because
these season shows are going to be so packed full of information and fun. It's going to be whap, 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 whap. It's just so much information in your face. But anyway, so if you don't want, go to PacificIslandsauces.com for what I have been told, and I have experienced as the best soy sauce in the game with 50% of the sodium of leading soy sauces. So check them out. Beauty consultant Jennifer Kimmel may or may not be related. We're not saying. MaryKay.com/Jennifer Kimmel, I think. Actually, here, let me check that. Make sure I'm right. It may be J Kimmel. Where is this? So PacificIslandSauces.com. It is J Kimmel. MaryKay.com/J Kimmel. And we stand by Mary Kay too. Matt has masked up. I don't know if he's done it since the show, but he should, because it's good for his, good for the skin.
I did it. It's gone.
Yeah, see? It's good stuff. Hey, I'm not even going to show that comment. We don't need this. We don't need that negativity right now.
Is Ayla's drinking chocolate milk? No, Ayla's was drinking his maw.
He's drinking
because
maw.
It's so good.
Yeah. Post it up in the comments. What else we got? I mean, we're not sponsored by them yet, but Pop's Authentic Meat Snacks. I'm getting ready to order a case of them. Why? Because I love them, and Ayler's needs to try them.
Yeah.
And they're delicious.
Farmhouse extracts.
Farmhouse extracts. The CBD Delta 8. I just had a neighbor, maybe not a neighbor, maybe just an individual, somebody just told me that they found Delta 8, and they just said, I had no idea what this was, but it's legal because CBD is legal. So Farmhouse Extracts, check them out. I think it's farmhouseextracts.com or just look it up. Google it. You'll find them. I need to get that so I can pop that banner up because they were nice enough to send us stuff and I did enjoy the stuff. I just haven't done the vape pen yet, and that's my fault because I don't vape. Yeah. Check out our good friends at Those Taste Bud Guys. Still pumping out videos 2 to 3 times a week.
We need to get them back on the show.
I would love to. I can't even get them to watch the show. But Lyle just had a baby. Well, not him personally. We understand that when I say that. So he's still working through that one. And Chris has been on the road, living in the mountains. I mean, his beard makes mine look silly. Looks like he's just been up there chopping down trees and eating the bark for sustenance. But check them out. What is it? Tormented Gaming. Which, if you guys want to know how to spell it, it's weird. He has been on hiatus because he just moved, I think, to another state. So he's in the process of, but he's going to be back soon, and we'll probably be playing games with him. Did I hit everybody? Like, there's a lot. We have a lot of working partners here.
Hopefully we'll get the ogre back sometime soon.
I talked to him today. He's just, and we will have him more during the season because, you know, we work in the same industry. And he'll slow down the same time I slow down-ish. And so we'll have more of him. And I hope more than anything, I think we're going to try to get him a home office set up. And once we get that, it'll be a little better audio, a little better video. And we'll have his full attention, which 10% of the ogre's attention is enough for me. Because he drops knowledge on us. But most importantly, we'll get back the best intro in the game. The best intro in the game. You guys only just get a snippet because it's so good.
Yeah.
But and again, I think we're gonna have
actually most importantly, the NFL itself. If you
that's what I was gonna say. We're actually gonna start, and Aylers is gonna be with me in less than a month. He will be here. You won't have to put up the split screen. You will get this.
But with 2 of us.
But with 2 of us next to each other. And we also, like I said, I think we're going to go to Chiefs training camp. I didn't think about it until just now, but why not? We got a 4K camera and a wireless mic. What are they going to do?
At least hit up a preseason game.
Yeah, and we'll hit up. So if you guys are season ticket holders, you guys go to the Chiefs games. We don't have it in the budget to travel to Buffalo we might hit up a game in Dallas maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to try to hit up some tailgates, and we're going to interview some people, and you could be one of them. Just make sure you do some good barbecue in that parking lot because I'm hungry. Because my wife left me.
You go hit up a Vegas.
Not like in the sense of marriage, but in the sense of I'm alone with no food.
We need to hit up a Vegas game because it's going to be a rivalry game for the Chiefs. So that's going to be a big one.
There is a chance we might do that. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Get to go to that awesome Darth Vader hockey puck looking stadium.
And eventually we will do the stadium tour once you guys get us so popular that we make money.
That we can afford to do it. Yeah, that's our goal. 1 season, 30 stadium road. Well, 31 stadium. Well, no. Do the Chargers and the Rams still share a stadium?
Yes. I think they are getting ready to share. I think they do now. They share it now. And of course, then the Jets and the Giants share a stadium. So
yeah, so 1 season.
I don't think it'll be 1 season. I think it'll be over a couple of seasons, but we will do a road tour.
1 season, 30 to 31 stadiums, depending on who's sharing and who's not. A different stadium every game day. We're going to hit them all. The ultimate NFL road trip. That's our biggest goal, yeah.
The best way to help us reach that goal is just tell people. I mean, maybe we're not a good show. I find that hard to believe because, we bring something every week. It's different. I haven't seen anything like us on there. We talk football. We get drunk.
Look how hard we work during the off season.
No kidding. I have a full-time job. Matt has a full-time job. I have kids. I ignore them for you. And then we ramble.
I mean, this week's easier than most because they're all gone. But every other
they are all gone. They left me.
But every other week though. And come the playoffs, he's going to have number 5.
That's true. Actually, yeah, it'll be playoffs. Number 5 will be here, and what's actually pretty funny is my oldest will actually probably the 2 oldest will probably whenever Matt's here in studio, they will actually produce the show. They will be the button pushers. They'll have to remember what to push, not me. Not me at all. Yeah. So just tell people about us. Comment if you watch it archived, which I'll be honest, most of our views come archived because, this time of year, it's busy. Lots of vacations, we know it's not really interesting football right now. We get it. If you're watching archived, throw a comment. Say, good job, Matt. 7 out of 10. Great job.
Or like
that's a fan.
Or if you're a super fan, you're mad at me because I forgot about City Stadium. Just throw the comment.
Or you didn't know about Randy Woodfield. I-5 killer.
Or Lynn Dickey.
Yeah. Lynn Dickey should have got. It's Lynn Dickey. But anyway, so if you ask me any dates, I'm not going to get them. When did Buffalo go to Ralph Wilson Stadium? When did they leave the rock pile? I don't know. 72.
When was Jim Kelly drafted?
He was drafted I think he was the 83 draft, but he didn't play with us right away. Damn it. Don't ruin everything. Anyway, because he went to the Houston Gamblers. So he didn't actually play with us, I don't think, till 85. But I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, the Houston Gamblers were okay. They weren't as good as the JP Lossman Locomotives.
You son of a bitch. You know what?
Flippin'.
That's all I have to say. We appreciate anybody that watches the show, guys. I'm trying to put a little more. We're trying to put a little more into the show with a 4K camera, with a wireless mic for interviews. We got people doing artwork for us. And if you're artistically talented, if you've seen the thumbnail we put on this, the cartoon, if anybody can do that, hit me up. I will never say no to a free thumbnail because, I'm putting money at some people for these and they're doing a great job. Check them out on Fiverr. Good luck finding out who they are. They're doing a great job. So, but if anybody has that talent, we appreciate you guys. We just want to make sure we have a product that you like.
Oh, we got a last minute comment. Caught manipulating the test. Who manipulated the test? If I answer my question now, that means it's not going to be on the test next week. Come on.
Yeah, is that what he's talking about?
I'm a better teacher than that.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait. I just remembered something.
But
I apologize. Well, Brad B with the last second comment. Thank you for commenting. And that's why I told him to stop asking me questions because he's going to get rid of the stuff I actually know and he's going to have to come up with random obscure stuff. But I just remember there was a flip and flip request right when we went off air last week. Do you remember that? Because I said, anybody in the comment, just give us someone to flip and flip because we don't have anybody. And someone said, who?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. So you know what?
Flippin'. Dadgummit!
Do you remember why?
Well, how are you going to just flip and flip Cam Newton? He said just because.
Yeah, just because. Just because flip and flip Cam Newton. My guess is
he said, how are you going to flip and flip Cam Newton? I said, I'm Patrick. I can flip and flip anybody. And you know what, Cam Newton? You're sitting there with your weird dread out hair. It's all over. You know what? You don't have to do that. You go clean cut. You have to put on a helmet. You don't need that hair all over the place. And then you wear funky clothes to get attention. Guess what? You're one of 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now. You're getting enough attention. You don't need to wear funky clothes. Just focus on football.
Yeah, if you want more attention, just win games.
Yeah, focus on football. Focus on being accurate. Focus on not running the ball in 2 times in a season and doing your little Superman pose. You know what? Here's my Superman toes. Flip and flip, you can.
Flippin'. Dadgummit!
I can't remember who requested that, but I hope you get to see that. And I'm sorry I missed you last week, but it was literally when I was hitting off the air.
Yeah. Those are 2 biggest things. Spread the word and leave comments. Those are 2 things that honestly will help us more than anything.
Likes, comments, subscriptions. That's YouTube, guys. And that's how we grow.
YouTube for years. Everybody knows it. You know what we did forget to put up real quick? Show them how easy it is to subscribe.
Oh, snap. I already forgot I had that. Hold on. Let me whoop. I was literally just so excited to put up the Here's Why video. I didn't even remember that.
It's that easy, you guys.
But just remember with YouTube, the more subscriptions we have, the more comments and likes we have, the more they will naturally recommend us to other people that like football.
Yeah.
And so that helps us get out there. But we appreciate you guys. And, get ready to watch me not do as good as Matt next week. And I'll let Matt handle it from here out. But thank you for watching.
Yeah. Just spread the word. But if for some reason you have something against telling all your other friends, all your other enemies, random strangers.
Not Jets fans.
We accept all fans.
Oh, damn it.
But
not JP Lossman, at least.
He can watch too. Maybe he'll learn something. But if nothing else, if there's only one person in your life that you can tell about this show, tell your moms about us.